Today I want to be able to share with you my top 10 foods I ate every day to help me get shredded. Now for those of you who don't know, this past year I put myself through one of the biggest transformations I've ever done. And I want to be able to help you by visually seeing and understanding why I chose these foods and how they helped me lose up to 60 pounds. Now these aren't ranked from best to worst or placed in any specific order. So I'm simply gonna go through them and show you how I implemented these exact foods in my daily routine. Let's get started with number 1. Potatoes. Now I don't know about you, but this is by far one of my favorite foods from today's list. Whether it's sweet or golden potatoes, I had a mixture of these daily. One of my preferred ways to cook them was through the air fryer, which takes under 20 minutes and are the crispiest and closest thing to regular French fries. Potatoes are nutritious, low in calorie, contain vitamins and minerals, and when boiled, they're said to be one of the most satiating foods, which can lead to fullness, therefore help in weight loss. And here's a pro tip. Don't be afraid to add a little sugar-free ketchup. Number 2, Greek yogurt. This Chobani lactose-free Greek yogurt was an absolute game changer when I first came across it. It only has 60 calories, it's filled with protein, packed with nutrients, and a perfect midday or late night snack. They also have plenty of flavors to choose from, which makes it much more enjoyable than your typical plain Greek yogurt. This made getting shredded much easier by creating a meal that satisfied my sweet tooth and I look forward to having every night before bed. Number 3, egg whites. Now the main reason you see this in mostly every bodybuilder's diet or anyone trying to lose weight is because they're high in protein, contain zero fat, and low in calories. Now I'm not saying stay away from whole eggs, which I still had in my diet, but if your goal is volume, you can have twice the amount of egg whites for the same amount of protein with half the amount of calories. Now I understand this may not be the most flavorful food choice, but nothing a bit of salt, pepper, and maybe some hot sauce can't fix. Number 4, yellow squash. Speaking of volume, some sort of vegetable in your diet will always be king to being able to eat more food. Now while I understand it's not most people's first choice, they do offer lots of value when it comes to overall health and fat loss. Yellow squash is also a low carb vegetable made up of mostly water, which makes it extremely low calorie. And when dieting, choosing foods high in fiber will likely have you consume less calories, therefore helping you burn more fat. Number 5, ground beef. Now while focusing on eating in a calorie deficit, consuming enough protein daily is extremely important. I've always talked about consuming leaner cuts of meats to avoid the extra calories from fat. So choosing a less fatty beef like 96% lean allowed me to keep the calories lower and still have room to add any additional fats. If you've watched any of my full day of eating videos, you know I love to make this big giant bowl that I still have every night. Number 6, frozen berries. They don't have to be frozen, but definitely could be much more convenient for most since you don't have to worry about them going bad. Berries should be at the top of your list when aiming for fat loss. They are anti-inflammatory, loaded with antioxidants, high in fiber, low in calorie, and absolutely delicious alone or when mixed in a meal. And speaking of mixing, nothing beats some Greek yogurt with 1 full cup of frozen medley berries, which only comes out to 70 calories. Number 7, protein powder. It's important to first understand that this is not a necessity. Yes, you can still build muscle and burn fat without ever consuming it. That's why it's used as a supplement. But if needed, whey protein is a complete protein containing all essential amino acids and can be very beneficial if you need something quick and are struggling to meet your daily protein needs. On the plus side, they're extremely tasty when mixed alone or drinking alone. And if you're looking for an all-natural, backed by science supplement, I'd recommend checking out my sponsor Legion. And if there's anything you like, using my code GC3 will support me and save you 20% off your first order. Number 8, PB2. If you're a peanut butter lover like me, but don't want to waste 190 calories on just 2 tablespoons, what if I told you you can have 6 tablespoons of PB2 for the same amount of calories with double the protein and 4 times less the amount of fat? This makes PB2 the perfect low-calorie alternative for anyone looking to reduce their calorie intake. Think of PB2 as the dieting version of regular peanut butter. I'm just a big fan of volume, and if I can eat more food for less calories, then sign me up. Number 9, Jello. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I didn't even know sugar-free Jello existed until I watched a few YouTubers during their dieting phases. And let me tell you, this was a great add-on to my plan. This sugar-free Jello saved my life during prep, as I always saved it as a fruity dessert post-lunch. This helped with cravings and satisfying my sweet tooth, and the best part of it all is that it's only 10 calories. Listen, it may not seem like a lot, but sometimes it's the little things in life that go a long way. And number 10, rice cakes. You can't go wrong with rice cakes. They're a perfect low-calorie, crunchy snack that ranges anywhere between 35 to 60 calories, and you can literally add anything you want on them. This can be a great low-carb substitute and perfect for a snack or even dessert. And the best part of it all is that they have plenty of flavors to choose from. For me, the best pre-workout I had daily was some PB2, a fruit, and some lightly salted rice cakes drizzled in honey. Now, were these the only 10 foods I had in my diet? No, but if you watch my prep series or full day of eating videos, you'll see how I mix and incorporate these foods and more in my daily routine. One thing I want to say before I let you guys go is there's nothing special and magical about the foods I just went over. You still need to be in a calorie deficit to start losing body fat. With that being said, eating too much of anything can still lead to weight gain, but choosing foods that are not processed, high in protein, lower in calorie, higher in fiber will always put you in a better position than doing the opposite. You can still choose foods you enjoy, sprinkle them in your diet, and still get results. Like I've said in my previous videos, the best diet that will give you the best results is the one that you enjoy and you can stick to long term. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Don't forget to tap that like button, comment down below if you have any questions, subscribe to the channel if you're new, tap that bell, that way you guys get notified when I post, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace, baby. Ah!